How to deal with trauma. Nobody is coming to your rescue. Welcome to today's topic, ladies and gentlemen. I am Coach Tobias Forst, founder of Achilles Life Coaching, decade-long recipient of narcissistic abuse, and I've saved myself from it. And I support you on your journey to your personal freedom. Today we will go through a quote by the Stoic named Epictetus. Discourses, from Discourses 2:19, sentences 29 through 34. Before we do that, I would like to clarify for you what you can expect from this video. This video is not a step-by-step manual of how to dismantle each and every one of your traumas. It is meant and aimed at helping you adopt the proper mindset of how to confront your personal challenges and trauma, combined with the expectation management that if you don't do it, nobody else will. That's why it's such a dreary title, where no one will come to your rescue, because they won't. It is up to you, and the power lies with you. So it's not so dreary after all. That said, I will go through the quote, and after I've finished with it, we will repeat it step by step and expand upon the content and the meaning. Now, to clarify before we delve into this Stoic quote, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to know that whenever there's mention of you, yours, your, whichever, it means you in particular. Whenever there's talk about, there's mention of I is a placeholder term that could be your teacher, your mentor, your psychologist, your coach, your healthy and sane father or mother, the brother, sister, whoever, best friend, your spouse, your partner. It could even in some cases be yourself, be you yourself, if you are your own teacher in that regard. And in general, whenever there's talk of I, it can also mean life itself. Now let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I am your teacher, and you are learning in my school. This is the setup of life. We are here. We are here to learn whatever this teacher, life, has in store for us. And there are many ways of passing or failing when we go through this. When we personalize this more into the concrete form of a mentor, you might have reached a point where you couldn't advance and evolve on your own. So you're looking for someone who can help you. And you're learning in their school something new, and it's up to you to absorb this, to be able to extrapolate courses of action that you were previously incapable of following through. That's why you got yourself a teacher. My aim is to bring you to completion. A noble goal for the teacher named life, that we collect ourselves and become who we are meant to be on our path through all the trials and tribulations, through the valleys, across the mountaintops. My aim is to bring you to completion. Some of you might be familiar with the Japanese concept of kintsugi. Kintsugi is basically the process of repairing broken material, like a cup or a plate, But the glue is something very particular. It's not just something that serves the purpose of connecting two broken pieces to one another and restore the shape. But into the mix there are certain ingredients poured into and cultivated, if that's the word, in order to have a very specific kind of glue that includes rare materials like gold particles. So the aim is not to make the glued areas as unobtrusive to the eye as possible, but to make it very visible, where each and every part of the broken pieces that you put together with this special kind of glue that you prepared yourself, it was your handiwork, according to or in the process of kintsugi, where you can actually see very, very clearly with gold, with something rare, that yes, this is where that break was mended. This is where the next parts were mended. This is where those parts were glued together now. And kintsugi is a metaphor for dealing with trauma, ladies and gentlemen. That cup was your belief that your father was a good man. And it broke for very particular reasons specific to your case. That might be your ex-girlfriend of 10 years, who you found out did a lot of horrendous things with many other different men. That might be your broken belief that this is all you deserve, that you might not be lovable at all. And kintsugi shows you on the outside of you, with your own doing, that you can restore the form and function of something. Like, for example, yes, you are right about your father, but you have become your own father now. The man who takes care, or the woman for that matter, that takes care of the inner child because somebody else whose job it was failed miserably. It might be repairing your belief in people, in love to someone, because not everyone has to be like the ex-girlfriend in that particular example. Kintsugi, very, very, very important, and such a deep message about repairing oneself. My aim is to bring you to completion. Unhindered, free from compulsive behavior. Hindrances can come from outside, from without, or from within. So it is important for you to find out what hinders you at this moment. What are the hindrances that keep you stuck or make you slow from the outside just as well as from within? Because according to Epictetus, you should be unhindered, free from compulsive behavior. This is where it gets tricky, ladies and gentlemen, especially for narcissists who are compulsively antisocial, antagonistic, lying, in most cases cheating, and manipulative. I know that the occasional narcissist that's watching my channel at this point in time, I know taking responsibility is your kryptonite, and you have your defenses up. But there is, among other methods, despite the fact that narcissism is not curable at this point in time, mindfulness training. Mindfulness training to be able, by trained psychological professionals. This is not the business of a coach. This is the business of a psychologist. To become more aware of how you act. Because nobody deserves to suffer from your compulsive behaviors. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, some few of you watching this might have a certain amount of borderline markers in their behavior. Compulsive behavior. You know the drill. And compared to narcissists, you ladies really have a chance to figure things out, because there is therapeutic and medicinal help for you out there available. You must just be willing and ready to look inside. Because when you look at your relationships, still talking to the borderline ladies here, over the past few years, if you've had a new relation, if you've basically exchanged relationships every 3 months, and you had the next guy even intimately, while the other one believed that he was in an exclusive relationship with you, and then came the next, and each and every one of those men was the love of your life, and you've never felt anything like this before until is it 28 days later already? The common denominator with everything I just said, it might be you. And it is the duty of you toward yourself and your surroundings, just as it is for narcissists and each and every one of us. We have a duty to ourselves to get our act together. Free from compulsive behavior. Unrestrained without shame. Ladies and gentlemen, unrestrained. What's a restraint? Something that holds you back. This is screaming limiting beliefs. Unrestrained. Which limiting beliefs do you have? Comment below, ladies and gentlemen. And if you haven't been aware of this as of now, or until now, I offer one-on-one coaching sessions. You can find ways to contact me in the description below, and I will help you with your very particular problems and challenges and get them sorted out so you can live life according to what you actually want it to be. And if you find this video of value, feel free to leave a like and channel subscription if you feel like it. Without shame, unrestrained first of unrestrained, one more addition to limiting beliefs. I encourage you to go very deeply into searching how you yourself mentally might be holding yourself back. And once you've listed and found answers like, I feel unlovable, I feel inadequate, I feel that I don't deserve XYZ, then you can go a few layers deeper and find out where it came from. Then you might either be your own teacher that says, I am your teacher and you are learning in my school. Maybe you're learning in your own school at this very moment, looking for this limiting belief and its source. Without shame. Without shame. How many times do you feel shame after experiencing narcissistic abuse? Or after sleeping with him or her? Despite the objective beauty. But you might feel shame afterwards. Or after an interaction at the restaurant table in front of friends when you've been diminished. You can only arrive at a state without shame, free and flourishing as it continues. Free, flourishing and happy You can only come there, ladies and gentlemen, you can only arrive at this point when you have expelled toxicity from your innermost circles permanently. I cannot stress this enough. These points are utterly impossible to attain if you have toxicity within your innermost circles. And yes, that includes women with borderline. Sorry, ladies, not sorry. Toxicity is toxicity. Without shame, free, flourishing, and happy. This might sound like utopia for some of you at this point. I can tell you it's not. It's not. There is a way. It's long, it's hard, it's radical. It is uncompromising towards certain people, and you don't give a damn about their understanding because you cannot afford to. Understanding of other people, whether or not, why you left them, is utterly irrelevant. You have to come to your own rescue. Do you understand? This is why I titled this "No One's Coming to Your Rescue." Why do I repeat all the time, be your own hero, be your own heroine? Because you have to. Nobody else will. Looking to God in things great and small. I was born Christian. I'm not much into that religion. But I do understand what it means, what Epictetus tries to say. Looking to God in things great and small. Maintaining your sense of wonder and miracle at small and great things that you experience in life. Perceive something more than emotional grey. And I've been there. I've been in emotional grey for a long time. There are colors. There are colors, ladies and gentlemen. Your aim is to learn and diligently practice all these things. According to Epictetus, you're here because you want this. Never forget, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that you're here watching this video, and it's going to be a long video this time, makes it very clear that you want to learn and diligently practice these things. Now the questions, the uncomfortable questions. Why then don't you complete the work? Why don't you? Why do you keep watching videos and filling your brain with information, and not possibly, not even once, trying to implement anything of it? Maybe you should take a break from watching videos for a week and find a piece of calm in your heart and mind and implement 3 steps of whatever you might have learned, what was most pressing and important to you. Apollino. Then why don't you complete the work if you have the right aim, And I, life, have both the right aim and right preparation. What is missing? Ladies and gentlemen, what is missing for you? Why don't you put in more action than you've done so up until this point? Are we back at limiting beliefs? Is someone else looking over your shoulder, metaphorically, or after you've finished watching this video and telling you, oh, are you into self-improvement now? Yes, mother. Yeah, you are. You are into self-improvement. And whoever's not rowing the same direction, there's the waterfall. It's not your destination. The work is quite feasible. The work is quite feasible, ladies and gentlemen. You can do this. You can do this. You can work it out. You can work it through. The work is quite feasible and is the only thing in our power. You have the power of deciding how you approach these challenges, how you approach your own trauma. You probably didn't have the power when you were a kid or in your youth, but you do now. You do now. You do have the power to approach this quite feasible work and deal with it appropriately. Find its root cause, find its effects, and deal with it and try to dissolve it. And wherever you might be stuck, there is professional help out there. Therapists, coaches, men and women with life experience. Let go of the past. We must only begin. 2 perfect sentences to sum up radical acceptance. Let go of the past. We must only begin. And whoever cannot do that, if you have someone with borderline or narcissism in your life, these are their particular challenges. You have your own particular challenge or challenges, and nobody's coming to your rescue, and you simply cannot be the rescuer of the others. They have to do it by themselves, as you do. I cannot take the work away from you. I can help you facilitate dealing with the quite feasible work. But it's up to you to put in the work. It's up to you to do it. Nobody else will. Believe me, and you will see. Be your own hero. Be your own heroine. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.